Welcome back. South Africa faces the real risk of another credit rating downgrade, so warns Fitch ratings agency. The warning comes in the wake of the rand hitting a record low of over 14 rand to the dollar last night.
Rand weakness has been a theme for the year. In 2015, the currency has fallen by nearly 20% against the US dollar, 18% against the pound and 10% against the euro. Last night, the currency hit an all-time low against the dollar.
There are two major factors at play here. So it's got absolutely nothing to do with South Africa specifically. It's more an emerging market story. And emerging markets have been sold off simply because we've got an impending Fed FOMC next week. And that's really the big story. Everyone expecting the Fed to hike rates. And if they do so, arguably emerging market currencies will remain under pressure. But then also concerns around China.
South Africa exports a great deal to China, and the weakening of the currency is also a reflection of low economic growth. Last month's GDP figure showed a 1.3% contraction, and it is little wonder that Fitch ratings agency has now warned that the risk of a downgrade for South Africa's credit rating is very high. The justification is that since Fitch put South Africa on a negative outlook in December 2014, the news flow has been largely negative. The current account deficit has improved slightly, but Fitch said it expected better, given that the weak rand should have helped the country export itself out of trouble. Nala expects rand weakness and emerging market weakness to persist for at least the next 12 months. But if we put the right policies in place, we can get out of it.
We need not consign ourselves to being in the naughty corner, if you want to call it that, of emerging markets out there. I think emerging markets that show that they are very proactive on the reform agenda will arguably do a lot better. And a good example of this, if you look at India, look at the Indian rupee, it was one of the first emerging market currencies to weaken quite substantially, and this was about 12 to 18 months ago. Then they came to the market with two very aggressive fiscal policy reforms as well as monetary policy reforms. And that has, let's call it, reinstilled some confidence in policymakers in India.
The rupee has only lost 5% against the dollar all year. Gunther Deutsch, SABC News.